Thank you for the karanga. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the traditional graduation song, Gare Amis, the words of which are printed on the screen. Please be seated. Eina waka, eina manga whakahi, eina taiwha, tēnā koutou katoa, ki orana, talufa lava, mala ela mali, whakalaufa lati atu, talohani, whakatalofa atu, nisa bula, Nimenhau, Massey, Mahaba. A very warm welcome to this, your ceremony today, one of 6 here in Auckland this week that are the first of our graduation session that will continue in Auckland and, in Manawatu and Wellington over the coming weeks. I first wish to acknowledge fellow council members and academic staff on the stage behind me, professional staff from Massey who have made this event possible, and distinguished guests. My name is Chris Kelly. I'm a very proud Massey graduate and have served as Chancellor for the past year. This week we have a total of 1,205 students crossing the stage. Of these, 25 will be conferred on the highest academic qualification the university offers, a doctoral degree. At this ceremony we have a total of 193 graduands, of whom 24 are masters. By the end of this year, Massey University will have produced approximately 6,000 new graduates, bringing our total active and engaged alumni family around the world to more than 130,000. Today is a day of celebration. It's your day. It's an opportunity for the university and you, your whānau, your friends and loved ones, to recognise the hard work you have done and what you have achieved as a result of that hard work. Please feel free to make plenty of noise as the graduands cross the stage. Modern technology increasingly makes it easier for us to connect with one another. It means we can share your big day with an audience far wider than those of you who are here in person. All our ceremonies are now streamed live on the internet, and there is a link on the Massey University homepage, which I'm sure many of you will have already discovered. Please feel free to put the link on Facebook or text or tweet or email to anyone who is unable to be here today. It will be a permanent record of what I'm sure many of you will be amongst your proudest moments. And while talking of recognition, it's important that you remember to thank all those people who have backed you and contributed to your success during your studies, your family, friends, and the faculty and support staff of the university. To ensure you don't forget, can I ask all graduands please to stand and applaud those support people who have helped them get where they are. Thank you. The ceremony we are about to go through today is traditional. It has its roots in graduation ceremonies developed some 800 years ago. The traditions such as the robes we wear, capping, the mace, the singing of Gaudeamus, and the awarding of honorary degrees to outstanding citizens link us to the strong heritage of universities. Universities are institutions of higher learning in which the teaching and learning environment is provided by academics actively involved in the creation of new knowledge through research and scholarship. You will graduate today as a beneficiary of a university education, and as university graduates you will be critical to the future social, economic and cultural development of your communities. As a graduate of Massey University, you will inherit the reputation of this highly regarded institution. The reputation of a university is built on the achievements of its past and current faculty and its past students. Evidence of the achievements of our faculty and alumni is all around us, and to mention a few, we have designer and creative director Sir Richard Taylor, fashion designer Kate Sylvester, teacher and World Cup winning rugby coach Sir Graham Henry, and Ross McEwen, a BBS graduate in 1980, who is now global head of the Bank of Scotland. This university is a major New Zealand business. It has revenues of more than $400 million annually and is a very significant employer in the 3 regions in which it has a presence. Management is led by the Vice-Chancellor, who is the equivalent of the Chief Executive Officer. Governance is the responsibility of the University Council, which currently consists of a mix of appointees and members elected by students, staff and our alumni body. You may be aware that the government has passed an amendment to the Education Act requiring all university councils to reduce in size from a maximum of 20 members to a maximum of 12, on the grounds that this will purportedly be more business-like and turn the universities into more of a business organisation. The Council of Massey is currently consulting stakeholders on what size it should be within that framework. But in my view, it's important to note that universities are actually quite different to other businesses. Our prices are controlled by the government's fee-setting regulations. We have social responsibilities to students, to our staff, and to advance learning to society as a whole. The range of stakeholders we have is much greater and wider than a company's, and therefore demands wider representation. I believe we must ensure that we retain diversity on the university's governing body, and we plan to complete the consultation this year and have decisions made about the makeup and size of the council in time for the beginning of next calendar year. It's important on occasions such as this to celebrate some of Massey's successes. Last year we celebrated 50 years as a university and launched our updated strategy called Shaping the Nation and Taking the Best to the World. The short title is The Road to 2025. And the major shift is to push out our time horizons to just over a decade from now and put in place our responses to the forces that drive not only Massey's future but New Zealand's. Things like globalisation, technology-enabled learning, population diversity, partnerships with other organisations around the world, and of course the growth in our largest city, Auckland. This year we're experiencing a growth in new enrolments, including international enrolments, which bucks a trend which has seen many other universities in New Zealand struggle to meet their targets. In part, of course, this is demographics, because outside Auckland, the number of school leavers is forecast to stabilise or in some cases decline. This semester we have opened our $26 million accommodation complex on the Auckland campus at Albany. Te Aoanga is the single biggest construction program on the campus to date and has a total floor area of 6,900 square metres. It consists of 3 halls of residence and 14 5-bedroom apartments. There are also 12 studio apartments, making a total of 292 beds available. and I can say it's already enhanced campus life. Going forward, we're considering bold plans for Albany, our growth campus. We're considering investing in infrastructure which will allow the opening of the West Precinct to enable significant capital expenditure to accommodate additional students in line with our growth strategy. One of the advantages Massey has in its globalisation agenda is that we are a diverse university with a broad range of skills. There are many compatibilities in areas of strength, such as in design and in arts. Agriculture, in which we're ranked amongst the best in the world, is underpinned by science, and food, of course, and food production remains New Zealand's largest business, which in turn links with nutrition and health, both human and animal. Our diversity in campuses and modes of learning gives students options that other providers are unable to offer. Key developments, for example, in the Massey Business School include new programs like the Master of Analytics and Bachelor of Business and Retail Management. And in relation to that latter degree, we have appointed Jonathan Elms to the Sir Stephen Tyndall Chair in Retail Management. In the past year, 10 Massey-led university research projects received research funding worth more than $5 million from the government's Marsden Fund. In October, Massey University was selected to host the government's new Food Safety Science and Research Centre, which will receive an additional $5 million in funding to deliver food safety research. In November, distinguished Professor Peter Schoenberg was announced as a recipient of New Zealand's most prestigious science award, the Royal Society's $100,000 Rutherford Medal. And as our recently retired College of Sciences Pro-Vice-Chancellor Professor Robert Anderson noted, 7 of the last 10 Rutherford Medal winners have been from Massey. Further, Massey is more than playing its part in the upcoming Anzac ceremonies. We have leased the Dominion Museum building on our Wellington campus to the government to enable Sir Peter Jackson's World War I museum exhibition to be displayed. I urge any of you who are visiting Wellington to take the time to view this display. It is most impressive. It's important that young people recognise the value of ongoing learning and tertiary qualifications in a world where the nature of employment and the types of jobs people undertake is rapidly changing. That means those who succeed will be those who have learned how to learn and how to adapt and how to adopt. Congratulations to all of you who have taken up the challenge to be where you are today. You will graduate proud of your achievement, but also honoured by the reputational mantle that you have inherited. I challenge you to go forth as Massey alumni, to make your own contribution, to grow your own reputation, and in doing so add further to the proud heritage that you are now part of. As part of your journey, we anticipate many of you will come back to us as you face the never-ending quest to keep your skills and knowledge up to date. You can be assured that Massey will be there to meet that need, whether it be through a course of full-time study or through part-time study through our world-class distance learning program. Finally, I would urge you to stay connected with your alma mater and your university family through our active alumni association. Congratulations, continue to work hard and enjoy yourselves. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Chris Kelly, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and those in absentia.
Chancellor, the Regional Director and Coordinator of Postgraduate Special Education and Specialist Teaching Programs will present to you graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Diploma in Adult Education the candidate I am about to name, Richard Tuhuruta Pere. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education the graduands I am about to name. Fiona Tsiting Ajani Naso. Desiree Mabel Baptista. Christine Joy Harris. Anne Marie McGregor. Leanne Manning Nay Evans. Angela Mary Moslin. Mark Joseph Van Dam. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education, Adult Education, the graduands I am about to name. Marcus James Chawner. Paula Therese McGill. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Education, Teaching, Early Years, Birth to 8, the graduands I am about to name. Coralie Wendy Godwin Naysted. Charlotte Rose Hood Naywright. Anne Catherine McClintock, née Duxfield, Massey Scholar. Carrie-Anne Lynn Walters. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Language Therapy the graduands I am about to name. Jean Scott Andrews. Amanda Benita Blackley. Alice Elizabeth Dimmick. Catherine Sophia Goodfellow. Nicole Jane Hollamby. Tracy Ann Karanui. Chloe Jessica Lawrence. Brooke McKinley Maitland. Shauna Elizabeth McCabe. Carly McPherson. Kerry Marie Patchett. Janelle Florence Pete. Michaela Annie Powell, Massey Scholar. Mary Eleanor Sestino Rubio. Rebecca Amy Swan. Esther E. Jing Tan. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Graduate Diploma of Teaching, Early Childhood Education, the candidates I am about to name. Madeline Claire Johnson. Meng Shun. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Graduate Diploma of Teaching, Primary, the candidates I am about to name. Claire Janet Benson. Emma Ruth Berry. Claire Marie Broadhurst. Ellen Justine Campbell. Rebecca Laura Chappell. Alexander Chekarov. Ji Young Choi. Keisha Marie Christman. Rebecca Helen Caldicott. Stefania Antonella De Falco. Courtney Grace Dixon. Imogen Clemency Grace Field. Hannah Frances Gates. Amy Lee Graham. Helen Ruth Hain, née England. Chantal Marie Hare. Hayley Marie Jones. Riok Kang. Claire Kelly. Celeste Amanda King. Megan Frances Knott. Merlini Magazine Sophia. Simone Marie. Melanie Cherie Mason. Rachel Veronica McDonnell. Siobhan McKenna. Sophie Rose Needham. Benjamin Elijah Nata. Kerry Glenn Pearce. Chelsea Eve Pine. Kristen Claire Scott. Chloe Louise Smith. Kirsten Ann Stuckey. Lauren Marie Walker. Jane Walwork. Jeffrey Gary Wigg. Carla Christina Winfield Jesus. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Graduate Diploma of Teaching, Secondary, the candidate I am about to name, Joanne Walters. Thank you, Chancellor.
It is now my great pleasure to invite Derek Dallow to address the graduands. With a law degree from the University of Auckland, Derek embarked on a 32-year career based mainly on the North Shore. He specialised in commercial and sports law at the firm Davenports and was a solicitor for the North Harbour Rugby Union for 24 years. He was a foundation trustee for the building of the North Harbour Stadium, a foundation member of the North Harbour Club, chaired the Whangaparoa Primary School and Rangitoto College boards, the Harbour Force Section Leaders Group, and the Fiji Force Netball franchise. He was the first president of the Business Network International and served on the boards of the Eden Park Trust and Auckland Regional Facilities. He was a trustee on more than 800 private trusts, and his clients included major companies and organisations on the shore, including, I might add, Massey University, together with a number of international sports stars. After retiring from law in 2012, Derek completed a diploma in primary teaching at Massey, of course, the following year, and now teaches a class of 27-year-olds at Glenfield Primary School. Married for 35 years, he has 5 children, 5 grandchildren, and has completed in several half marathons, the Auckland Marathon and the Queensland Half Ironman. Welcome, Derek.
I do like a challenge. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Council members, extraordinary lecturers, mums, dads, grandparents, spouses, and other supporters of our very special guests, you, the graduates. This will be a day that you will never forget. I feel honoured and surprised to be here presenting this address. Honoured as a year ago I was a graduate, just like one of you. Maybe it'll be your turn next year. But I'm also surprised in the extent that I'm concerned there might have been a mistake made. You see, in the auditorium we have outstanding, successful, cutting-edge, expert academic minds. But without knowing it, you've chosen a second-year fifth former from Glenfield College to present this address. I mean, Glenfield. Put in modern terms, it took me 2 years to get past year 11. So other than giving my heartfelt admiration and congratulations for what each of you have achieved, what else could a second-year fifth former offer you? But before I attempt to answer that, can I just stop and acknowledge something special that I felt and I experienced when I was a student at Massey? And I wonder whether you felt and experienced it also. That's the wonderful, tremendous, caring lecturers who are not only outstanding with huge reputations in their respective fields, but were amazing givers who gave of themselves and affected us both personally and professionally, well beyond their jobs. I felt from them a sense of hope, sense of challenge, sense of expectation that we in turn would impact our communities, making them a better and more equitable place. If you also felt that, can you please join with me and be upstanding, acknowledge and applaud those very special people, our lecturers. I remember when I came up on stage last year, I felt like taking over the microphone and announcing it then, so I'm pleased I've got that one off my chest. Fantastic, you guys are amazing. If it is possible for me to offer you anything, it would be that I've noticed and experienced that givers gain. And today in this world, I think we need a lot more givers. What do I mean by givers gain? I mean, I've noticed that people who give of themselves just for the fact of giving, without expecting a return, tend to have a more fulfilling life than people who are lost in their world of success in their career and their own family wealth and affairs. I found that when you give like that, amazing things seem to happen. And if you let me indulge on a few stories from my journey to explain what I mean. In 1989, North Harbour Rugby was a fledgling young rugby union. I noticed the union's solicitor was retiring to be a judge. I loved my sports and my rugby, so I rang up and said, I'm happy to help in any way I can, and it'll be on a free pro bono basis. I did that for 3 years, and in 1992, the then council and the union were looking to build a stadium. They needed trustees who would fundraise $44 million and not expect to be paid for doing so. I got the job. It had some highs and some lows. One day we ran out of money and the stadium was only half built. We were 18 million short. It was a Friday and Mainzeal, the builder, had said if we didn't get the money that Friday, the gates would be closed Monday. The Herald loved it, and they devoted a whole page to the trustees' problems. I sat for 13 hours with the mayor, the councillors, bankers, until a deal was done and we finished the job. On the stadium 8-year journey, I met and worked with the business leaders, the councillors, several mayors, the MPs, the major bank CEOs, political leaders, CEOs of major sponsors such as the brewery giants. I became the solicitor for the stadium, negotiating multi-million-dollar deals, and had been given the opportunity to work with the business and political leaders of the Shore and of Queen Street. A number saw that I was more of a giver than a taker, and some of those leaders and CEOs asked me to be their solicitor. As a father of 5, I was focused on my children's schooling, and I asked if I could help the school in any way. That resulted in 7 years on Whangaparoa Primary School Board. Then a primary of 900 students suffering enormous growth pains. There was building programs, financial management, motivating parents, and others connected with the school. My children moved on to Rangitoto College, and with my stadium and school board experience, I was shoulder tapped by the late Alan Peachy, at the time one of the top educationalists in the country, often invited to speak at international conferences, and a natural gifted leader. Alan wanted me to go on the Rangi board, which I did for 7 years, including chairing it for 5 years. Rangi was the largest school in New Zealand with 3,200 students, 281 staff, and a multi-million-dollar budget to manage. Next minute, here I was, the second-year fifth former from Glenfield, carrying out each year an appraisal on Alan Peachy setting his education and organisational goals. In the early 90s, Eric Rush was a young Maori rugby player at North Harbour Rugby. He qualified as a lawyer, but no one wanted to employ him for a whole range of reasons, including the fact that he was always going away with the All Blacks and the Sevens team. I helped him out and I gave him a job. After the Rugby World Cup in 1995, Eric walked into my office and said, "I have 26 contracts in this box. Tomorrow you fly to Wellington. After we get condolences from the Prime Minister, Jim Bolger, the All Blacks will come around to a hotel and you are to advise them what they should do regarding these contracts." The contracts were offering millions for the All Blacks to work for Packer instead of Murdoch's Sanzar deal. This was the very moment rugby in the whole world was going professional. And I was to advise tomorrow the number 1 ranked team in the world, all because I'd given a job to a young Maori boy from Kaio up north when no one else wanted to employ him. It turned out to be the single largest legal job in the 80-year history of our law firm. It involved 4 law partners and 5 or 6 lawyers working full-time for 6 months, both here and in Australia. It was a job that every lawyer in New Zealand and every sports lawyer in the world would dream about getting. Massey University, Albany in the 90s was in its infancy. Professor Ian Watson was its principal. With my involvement with Rangi College, the stadium, the business and political leaders, Prof Watson asked if I would assist on Massey University Advisory Board, which I did for 10 years. On that board, I had the pleasure of working with amazing lateral thinking and creative academic leaders like Marilyn Waring, Gavin Martin and Paul Spoonley, along with Massey's truly magnificent and inspirational registrar, Andrea Davies. I can't believe they're all still here. I became solicitor to the university, and both Massey and my law firm had a wonderful journey of growth together. After Massey, Professor Watson went on to lead Enterprise North Shore and asked me to join him on that board, planning economic development for the city. I helped set up the North Harbour Club, and that was to fund budding young academics, sports, music and dancing stars in North Harbour. One of our first club members to sign up was Russell Coots. With my rugby player contract experience, one day I got a call from Russell asking if I would negotiate for him with Alingi and Ernesto Bertorelli, the billionaire from Switzerland. Then a few years later, could I negotiate with Oracle and Larry Ellison, the third richest man on the planet. Netball North Harbour ran the netball franchise, the Northern Force. It was out of resources and it was about to fold. I was asked to help. With my newfound friends in politics, business, education and sports, we found $350,000 funding per annum, and I chaired the franchise for 5 years, working with wonderful sports and natural leaders like Linda Wagner and the former New Zealand Ferns coach Yvonne Willering. With my involvement in all these organisations, one day I wrote to 45 of the business, political, education, sporting leaders of the shore in North Harbour, and I asked them to come to a meeting to see what could be done to pull our focus, our resources, our knowledge and our connections. To my surprise, all 45 turned up. Out of that came Harbour Force, with a board of 10 sector leaders, which I was asked to chair. Magic things started to happen. I'll give you just one example. Massey and AUT had multi-million dollar building plans, but had never spoken to each other about their offerings, and began to be able, in a non-threatening public way, look for complementary rather than competitive possibilities. The CEO of the council was also on Harbour Force and could be told from sector leaders, including the universities, what exactly the challenges and blockages were when dealing with council. All this led to a far more connected and synergetic approach to development on the shore. In 2007, the government needed to begin the build for the 2011 Rugby World Cup and needed to appoint a new Eden Park board with experience in building stadiums to spend the government's $190 million contribution to rebuild Eden Park. I was rung up and asked to be one of the 5 trustees to be appointed by the Cabinet for that purpose. At the same time, our local political world was changing. Auckland Super City was emerging. Harbour Force held and led debates on a new super city and provided resources and research that the Royal Commission, who advised the government on the super city, said was the most valuable contribution of ideas that they had received. The super city was formed, and I was asked by the government to be in the new Auckland CCO called Regional Facilities Auckland, alongside Sir Don McKinnon, for 9 years the Commonwealth Secretary and very close friend of the Queen. I was going to say there that if you came and sort of shook my hand later, you'd be about 2 removed from the Queen, but I thought that wouldn't be appropriate, so I won't put that in there. And also on that board was Dame Jenny Gibbs, probably New Zealand's most generous giver to the arts. We were given $1 billion of Auckland Council assets to manage. A couple of years ago, I gave all that away for higher ground, ready for a new challenge and a new way in which I could help, ready for what a friend recently called my encore career. I retrained at Massey University with a diploma in primary teaching. Great timing, as Eddie Spaghetti, the first of my 5 grandchildren, was coming up to 5 years old. We could begin a new journey together. I knew by the time I'd finished the 1-year teaching diploma that I wanted a teaching job with all the challenges and opportunities. A rich multicultural school, mixed social economic, and where I had to try to turn the national slide in the education of boys. One of my practicums had been at Glenfield. It had everything I was looking for. It was time to return to Glenfield. A job at Glenfield just happened to come up as I finished my course. 92 people applied for the position. I was the oldest. I gave it everything, and I nailed it. We have 14 major cultures in the school. We're a decile 5 with limited resources, lost between the deciles supported by the government and high deciles supported by wealthier families and communities. Each of you are very welcome to come and help me out any time that suits you. Finally, can I ask that as you take your certificates today and your diplomas and your degrees, please also take with it the knowledge that you're far smarter than any one second-year fifth former from Glenfield. And I pray that as you give beyond your career and family, that amazing things also happen to you, and that you get the opportunity to help make your community a better place. On Saturday, we remember and honour those who are the ultimate givers. Their giving gave us all the freedoms that we enjoy today. If those young soldiers could speak to us from their graves, I think they would ask that each of us give of ourselves a little more, that we make a difference to build a better community and world, and that we enjoy the gift of each and every day. Congratulations again to each one of you. I wish you every success on your journey. And may I finish by sharing with you a poem by Jean Welborn called The Special Gift. This is the day, this golden globe of ours. Eternity is now, its hidden powers cupped in our hands, to fashion as we will, to fritter fruitlessly, or to fulfill the dreams of yesterday or tomorrow's goals, and only we can fathom our way through all the omnious shoals. Yet fearlessly we'll find an open course, uplifted by our faith's unfettered force. Each failure and each success brings lessons of significance and worth. Our eager hearts race to meet the challenge. Take the forward step, finding the way to live completely now, for this is the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Derek, for that wonderful address. It was very inspiring and you certainly had an amazing career. So thanks again. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university certificates and diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Educational Administration and Leadership the candidate I'm about to name, Catherine Patricia Ashford. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Education the candidates I'm about to name. Tanya Lois Michelle Fillier, with distinction. Sunil Kiam Hagler, with distinction. Innes Andrew Jeffson. Erica Lamb, with distinction. Linda Margaret Mackie Marieskant, with distinction. Claire Louise Robertshaw, with merit. Anne-Marie Wrightson, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Administration and Leadership, the candidate I'm about to name, Aroha Linda Knight. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Literacy Education the candidate I'm about to name, Charlene Marie Kelleher, with merit. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Teaching the candidates I'm about to name. Karen Ashton Inia. Donna Marie Ash with distinction. Sharon Christine Verder Ash. Maria Ann Baungasi with merit. Helen Marie Brunner with distinction. Laura Campbell with merit. Joanne Marie Chase with merit. Nina Chwala Naisud with distinction. Gillian Faye Clark with merit. Leanne Shirley Cox née Pilgrim. Megan Joy Darby née Lynch with distinction. Judith Margaret Doherty with distinction. Charlene Antoinette Easthope Harper with distinction. Sarah Jane Edgecombe with distinction. Stuart John Eels with merit. Sarah Jane Fish with merit. Linda Joy Flavel with distinction. Johanna Helen Fraser, with distinction. Christina Freiberg. Justine Megan Gibson, with merit. Gretchen Purdom Gulick, with distinction. Amanda Marie Haywood, with distinction. Kelly Ann Rangiamohia Hamana Ne Creighton, with merit. Leslie Robin Henderson, with distinction. Fiona Margaret Hess, with distinction. Nicolette Marie Halloway, née Daniel, with distinction. Sherilyn Ann Jarvis, with distinction. Georgie Te Wingaro Kaho. Elaine Joan Kotai, with distinction. Janet Elizabeth Keane, née Staples, with distinction. Fiona Susan Duff Knivet, with distinction. John Joseph Kramer, with merit. Sarah Mohammed Ladender, née Badawi, with distinction. Marie Ann Lawrence, with merit. Carolyn Ann Marino with merit. Alison Jane McKellar with distinction. Ruth Leslie Milburn. Melanie Moodley with merit. Annette Ruve Moore with distinction. Alta Mostert with distinction. Susanna Katarina Olivier with distinction. Andrea Marie Olsen with merit. Natalie Victoria Paltridge with distinction. Anne-Marie Joseph Peters with distinction. Amy Louise Peterkin with distinction. Sarah Elenia Pitcher with distinction. Carenza Ann Robertson with distinction. Donna Michelle Francis Southworth with distinction. Janet Marie Stenberg with distinction. Dorothy Roma Tare Smith with merit. Ayanatana Tatayo. Jeannie Alexandra Thinnell with distinction. Joanne Mary Tilsley with distinction. Bathsheba Rosalia Marlo Tofilau. Alison Eileen Twiss with merit. Patricia Veronica van Oorschot with merit. Gillian Lynette Walker with distinction. Denise Caroline West with distinction. Vanessa Ann West with merit. Michelle Leslie Weatherall with distinction. Kimberly K. Wilkinson Nay Price with distinction. Miriam Christine Radich with merit. K. Elizabeth Zinzan. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Counselling the graduand I'm about to name, Fleur Lisa Davey. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education the graduands I'm about to name, Erna Cullen. Anushka Holly Dallow with merit. Elizabeth Donachie Lee with distinction. Sharon Lola Mansfield, First Class Honours. Catherine Jane Tullett, née de Quant, with merit. Venice Allison Young, with merit. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Educational Administration and Leadership the graduand I'm about to name, Charlene Joy Cooney. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Educational Psychology the graduands I'm about to name. Hayley Marie Armstrong, second class honours. Denise Frances Eddowes, second class honours. Rachel Philippa Ann Mallins, first class honours, Master Scholar. Anastasia Susan Fergus Milliff, first class honours. Camille Hilary Patterson, second class honours. Lynette Mary Powell, second class honours. Rodney Allen Supin, second class honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Literacy Education the graduand I'm about to name. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation the degree of Master of Specialist Teaching the graduand I'm about to name, Cherie Ann Arian, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation the degree of Master of Speech Language Therapy the graduands I'm about to name, Petronella Yvonne Cope. Julia Wright, née Preston. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation the degree of Master of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages Leadership, the graduands I'm about to name, Pamela Margaret Resnick, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Psychology the graduates I'm about to name. Claire Louise Barczyk, with distinction. Angela Christine Evans, with distinction. Helen Louise Hodges, with distinction. David Stewart Livermore, with merit. Kylie Jane Munro with distinction. Janneke van Rooyen with distinction. Carolyn Jane White with merit. Thank you, Chancellor.
At the conclusion of the ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled in the foyer. I've been asked to indicate that the Commons, which is where we began our procession this morning, is offering a 10% discount for graduates, friends, others, and I'm sure everyone else who will just appear during graduation sessions. So please avail yourselves of that opportunity. I now declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which are printed on the screen. We will begin with the Maori version of the anthem. Please stand.
Thank you.